What's going on, YouTube? You're back with Shades. We're continuing our Let's Play of SC2VN, a StarCraft 2 visual novel. Last time we left off, we went out with the team, blah 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 happened, and we're at home. So anyway, I stare at my cell phone, the light coming from its screen bright enough to make my eyes glaze. Then it goes dark, as I slap my thumb over its screen to wake it. I've repeated this ritual 4 times now. My head falls back against my chair and I close my eyes. Why do I feel like this? It's been almost 2 weeks since I last spoke with my parents. Admittedly, I've been busy with StarCraft since I met Excel and Jett, but I'm still overdue for a call. My finger hovers over the contact number before it can fall to dial them. The phone escapes my hand and falls back into my desk. Does it really matter? I don't have much to say. Hi Mom, is Dad there? Yeah, everything's fine. No, I'm not dead. No, I haven't given up yet. Oops. Oh, whoops. Oh, come what the okay. Telling them about the team might be for nothing. They'll pretend to share my happiness in a victory, but there's always an underlying cynicism to every congratulation from them. A win isn't a win. It's another crumb leading me to chase a pointless esports dream away from the life they think I should be living. It feels wrong to be cross with them. They raised me, paid for my existence. I'd be an ingrate to ask for more. And yet I do. I want them to accept my goals for what they are. I too hope for more than that I'll grow out of StarCraft. It's the same with my friends from high school. They pretend not to, but I know that they look down on me. It's a video game. Why do you care so much? Do something that you're better suited for. When is it right to give up on a dream? How many failures does it take before you say, alright, I'm done trying? It'll just take a job at the family business. If I lose to Bolt, should I quit to StarCraft? Would it be nothing but pride to continue on? Even if I win, what then? What if the team does poorly? What if the team does well, but I hold them back? Will StarCraft 2 even last as long as Brood War? What if there isn't any prize money left in the scene a year from now? What if I start to hate the game? It's wrong to think this way before such a high stakes match, but I can't help it. I know what matters and I know what I have to do. Why can't I just do it? I carry myself onto the bed and bury my face in a pillow. Somehow I think I'm finally starting to understand what Mr. Yon was saying. Aw, having doubts. That's unfortunate, actually. I'm awake. I've been awake, actually. I don't feel like getting up. I tell myself for the 3rd time, but I don't. We have to practice, but I don't feel like practicing. Is this depression? Like everyone has? No. This could be... I'm not sure if it's anxiety. Might be anxiety. Because, you know, it's before a big match and shit like that, so things could happen. I don't know. Yeah, it feels like it. It certainly feels like it. Poor child. Okay, then. Hey, get up. The team is waiting for you. I just want to lie here, though. Can't I just do that? No. I'm probably sick from the street food. I'm just going to lie here until I feel better. You aren't sick. Get up. Not now. Soon, though. Don't you want to beat Bolt? The guy's a total prick. If you don't practice, he'll beat you and you'll feel terrible. I already feel terrible, though. I'm just going to lay here. Get up. Get up. Get up. That was frightening. The sound of repeated unrelenting knocking wakes me. A glance at my phone answers my immediate question. It's 2 p.m. I shamble my way to the door and glance through the peephole into the hallway. It's Jett. She doesn't look happy. I turn the knob and crack the door open, offering no resistance when she forces it the rest of the way open. She glances over me, not bothering to veil the disgust in her expression. What are you doing? The entire team has been waiting for you to show up. Her tone demands an answer, and I rush to oblige her with an excuse. I don't feel well. You look fine. Get dressed and get your ass to Golden Zone Fire. I run a hand through my matted hair and glance away. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh! I knew that was gonna come. I knew that was gonna happen. Finally, a snap to reality. But that was awesome. I didn't even get to read what she said. Do I get to read it? No. Okay. She's like, seriously, don't feel awful. Don't think practically. Jett's palm cracks against the left side of my face. I call it a mixture of pain and shock and try to step back. Instead, Jett catches me by my shirt and pulls me forward, visibly restraining herself from bringing the back of her hand across my other cheek. Oh shit! I gasp for breath and bring a hand to where she struck me. Her eyes, hard and determined, refuse to leave mine. What? Why did you do that? Why are you here, Mach? Why did you come to Korea? What? To play StarCraft? You already know the answer. No, you didn't. You have some natural talent for StarCraft, but you didn't come here to make use of it. What on earth is she talking about? I feel my voice harden in my throat when I argue back. You just hit me for nothing. I came to Korea because I want to play in the VSL, because I want to be a champion. And yet you can't drag your sorry ass out of bed to prep for the show match that an entire team is counting on you to win? Stop lying to yourself, or at very least stop lying to me. I put a lot of trust in you, Mock. I honestly hope that you prove you have what it takes to make something of yourself. But you clearly don't. You quit when it gets hard, and your minor accomplishments help fuel the lie that you're capable of something great without putting in the work. The ferocity in Jett's eyes dies out as she relinquishes her vice on my undershirt. I stumble back, clutching at the wall to keep from falling over. You have less than a week to pretend that you care about what happens to yourself and this team. If you can't do that for your own sake, then do it for ours. After 10 long, sobering seconds of unanswered silence, she turns and stalks into the hallway and slams the door. Oh shit. The wall is rough against my sides as I slide down onto the floor. Did you wait here all day? Jesus! It's not long before I'm tired of replaying my stale reasoning. My apartment's view of Seoul's skyline offers a moment of relief. It makes the decision a little bit easier. One way or another, I'm not coming home. The look of disdain, the fake reassurances, it's all that's left for me once I step onto that plane and admit that I'm a failure. If I can't swing a single match victory with 4 other people carrying me, what can I possibly hope to accomplish with the rest of my life? I let out a long breath. I'm tired. Even though I wouldn't mind falling asleep against this wall, I find myself rising to my feet. Is it narcissism or masochism? It would be so much easier for me to just accept that I was never cut out for this in the first place. I really just can't quit, huh? This is such a joke. Go March chimes sing out as I push my way into the door. Snow white hair and wrinkly forehead perk up from behind the counter as I stand in the doorway of his store. Mr. Young. Come for another round of Go, Mock, or just to take your drinks and scram? Give me a second, guys. Sorry. It isn't until he gets a good look at me that the smile drops off his face. Something the matter? Did you play Go professionally? He nods once, so I continue. Why did you play? What kept you going? How did you stop yourself from quitting? A little philosophical, don't you think? Take a breath, Mock. What's going on? At first I try to explain as vaguely as I can, but Mr. Yan nods along, allowing me to ramble uninterrupted. I find myself divulging more and more details. I stop only when it comes time to explain my encounter with Jett this afternoon and the evening I spent sitting in my apartment. Oh man, this is honestly upsetting. This is like legit sad, because like everyone goes through this. It's honestly really relatable, especially to this generation where like everything's harder for us. Only because like, you know, previous generation kind of fucked it up. And the system's just only there to mass produce educated people, and that's in quotes. So, whatever. And like, there's a lot of people out there who have dreams that are quote-unquote unprofessional and impractical, and on all honesty, like, that's what's wrong. We should be able to support anyone who wants to do anything with their lives, and it's awful that people just put people down. It's not, honestly not helpful at all. You're right. I'd go to whatever lengths I can to avoid pain, and I've done it all my life. StarCraft is the only thing that I've ever been decent at, and I can't commit to it because I'm afraid I'll fail. But it's not just that, I can't quit either. My biggest fear of all is admitting to myself that I'm not good enough. I want to believe that as long as I can try, I'm not worthless. I ran away to South Korea with the stupid idea that I could make something for myself. Like the world owed me something just for showing up. Unfortunately, that's also like some sort of mentality that some people have. That just for showing up, the world owes you something. No, it doesn't. You gotta put in effort. There's gotta be effort on your end so that something gets paid back to you. And unfortunately, some people who don't give effort get something out of it, and some people who show effort get nothing out of it. It's a piss poor society, but unfortunately, it's the only one we've got. Crap! I clicked out of the box. I'm just tired, and I don't want to run anymore. Despite my ragged voice and slumped shoulders, Mr. Young finds himself a nonchalant smile. Then don't. It's much easier to walk. A slight chuckle escapes him. When it ends, he gestures past me to his store. Mock, I'm closing in on 70 and working at a convenience store at 2 in the morning. Someone called that failure, but I don't regret the days I spent studying and competing in Go. If we live without pursuing our passions, what good is living at all? Prize, fame, status, these things are achieved by few, but every competitor must play for the love of the game and the pride of a well-earned victory. Competition is a noble thing. It drives us to improve, innovate, and test the limits of who we are and what we can do. It took humans into space. You wouldn't seek a reason to keep at it if you didn't already know there was value in it. I leaned onto the counter separating us, the tension in my chest softening. I do, and you're right, but I can't stop worrying that it won't be worth it in the end, or that even if I try my best, I'll fail. You might not achieve everything you set out to, even if you work as hard as you can. No success worth chasing is ever guaranteed. But do you want to spend the rest of your life wondering what you were capable of? My own answer to that is no. I glance away and rake my hand through my hair. There's no way I'd have come this far only to give up now. When I straighten up, he beams a pleased smile at me. Now then, if I were you, I would head home and get some rest. You've got a match to prepare for, after all. I find myself at an utter loss for words. Gratitude forms and falls apart between my lips in a handful of time before I simply settle for a deep bow. Thank you, Mr. Yan. You're welcome, Mock. By the way, the next time you come for an old man's wisdom, you'll have to buy something first. For the first time today, I actually catch myself smiling. Okay, deal. Just then, a customer pushes open the door to the store. Though I wasn't there as much else I had to say, now is probably appropriate time to depart. As I turn to leave, Mr. Yan lifts his fist at me. Work hard. I raise mine to match his. I will. Aww. An old man comes to share his wisdom with the younger generation. I think this is just McDonald's upside down. Apprehension hangs over me as I stand before the doors to the Golden Zone fire. Waiting won't make any of this easier. When I stride by, belaying my frantic heart rate, I make my way to a table seating the 4 teammates I neglected the day before. But whatever reason I have the word disappears when Excel catches sight of me. He rises from his chair and waves me over, leading Reva and Stunt to follow suit. It's only Jett that refuses eye contact with me. Even though she's trying to hide it, I can tell that she's relieved that I'm here. Mock, ready for practice? Yeah, and sorry about yesterday. It won't happen again. No sweat, let's make the most of the time we have left, yeah? Yeah. Alright, Stunt, Mock, go set up your PCs and get to work. Stunt jumps up from the table and steers himself to my side as we make our way to the setups. Me and Raven played 2v2s while Jett was gone yesterday. I'm pretty sure we could be ranked number 1 on the ladder with enough time. No one takes 2v2s seriously, much less on ladder. Says you, but hey, good that you're already feeling better. If you puke, I'll know it's because my build is what's sick. I lift an eyebrow, trying to unravel Stunt's meaning. That's only with a glance back at Jett and then Excel that clicks. Yeah, I'm all better. He snarks and peels away from the side to pick out a PC. Jett and Excel and Reva follow at a distance, the latter two setting up chairs behind me to observe and make comments. Even with my renewed focus and drive, it becomes readily apparent that a few matches at our practice are still going to be suboptimal. Stunt's trying his best, but doesn't mean much with less than a week until the show match. He simply doesn't execute standard builds very well. Excel says very much after I trip my way through another clumsy win. We might need to look into finding someone else for Mock to practice with, but there really isn't enough time. It may be more productive for her to face opponents on the ladder. It won't be possible for Mock to prepare against certain builds that way, but at this rate you might be right. Stunt, no one is going to deny your unit control, but you just don't have the strategic breadth of someone like Bolt. The young Protoss player slumps in his chair and stares off into space. I know, sorry. Did I really become this far just to face Bolt unprepared? There has to be a solution. Oh, come on! I mean, Reva practices with all 3 races. It's just she mains with Terran. And I don't want to find another Protoss because we have everyone already. And I don't know if something else is good. But I'll practice with Reva. Reva, do you think you could play in the place of Stunt? I have not played Protoss in more than a month. Without a week's worth of practice, it would be a lesser opponent than Stunt. Damn, truth be told, even her Terran micro isn't that great. I hate to see her try to control something like Blink Stalkers without the time to get back in shape. Still, it seems wasteful, and we haven't been putting her game knowledge to good use. Is it one of those? Where I have to pick all the options? Could we look around the cafe for a Protoss, maybe? Jett's first to answer, and does so without acknowledging me. Look around, half the people here are playing the new MOBA bullshit. Decent StarCraft players only show up for all-out attack. Unless they need a practice space for a show match, apparently. He laughs to lighten the mood, but Jett is right. Looking for someone outside the cafe will probably take too long as well. None of Jett or Excel's old teammates will want to help either, especially with the PR surrounding the team. Come on, think, be resourceful. If Stunt isn't providing enough strategies for me to prepare for, and Reva can't put strategies that she knows into action... Wait a second, what Stunt said earlier. What if we practice 1v2? What? Stunt handles the units, and Reva handles the base management and picks the build order. That way I can face the best of both. Will that even work? Excel glances over to Reva, who seems as surprised by my plan as he is. I don't see why it wouldn't. It wouldn't be a perfectly realistic game condition, but it's better than anything else I can think of. That sounds kind of fun, actually. Come on, Reva. Stunt pats the seat of the station next to him. With a shrug, she rises to join him. Very well. Jett places herself in Reva's vacated seat, arms crossed and expression fierce. She's intent on seeing for herself whether or not this will work. When Stunt is done joking about doing a fusion dance with Reva, we load up a game with Reva and Stunt on the same team and sitting enabled to keep Reva's base from spawning. So I don't have to worry about anything except destroying Mach? This is gonna be great. Hey Reva, build 2 gateways by her base for me. No, we are playing standard. Come on! Okay, how about a proxy Stargate then? No. I can hear you, you know. It will not matter. Such is the beauty of standard play. I soon find her confidence is well placed, even when Reva's economy-focused build order Stunt Stalker harass makes my life difficult. He dances the single unit back and forth at the engines to my natural. All of this focus is devoted to its control. It's painfully effective frustration that succeeds in slowing down my attempts establishing economy and tech. My multitasking and micro are brought to their limits, and we haven't even hit the 5-minute mark. This is insane. A very, very good practice. I don't have the chance to spare a glance over my shoulder at Excel or Jett, but I'm pretty sure bet that they're as intent on the game as Stunt and Reva and I are. Jesus Christ, I'm getting tongue-tied today. The match drags on up until Stunt and Reva arching rolls over my paltry force with a well-timed and perfectly controlled 2-base push. It wasn't even close. Well, they make for a tough opponent, that's for sure. You 3 down to keep at this? You kidding? This is amazing! I am enjoying myself as well. The point isn't to have fun, it's to practice. Run a Nexus first. I want to see how Mach handles it. It's incredible. Playing an opponent at this level allows me to see the game in an all-new way. Stunt's control is precise and crashes against my defenses like a wave, while Reva directs the flow of battle like a symphony conductor. And they have achieved purity of form. Through these repeated losses, I can see how outmatched I am in nearly every aspect of StarCraft. The moment of weakness for an opponent that plays such a clean style are scant and short-lived, but they exist. I can create them by taking risks, using mind games, or forcing mistakes. I felt these things on instinct before, but I can see them for the truth they are. The element of human error is practically zero between Stunt and Reva. But StarCraft is a game of imperfect information. Anyone, even a perfect machine, is capable of being defeated. I'm done being afraid of you, Bolt. It's late in the evening when Excel calls our practice quits. 12 hours straight, minus breaks for lunch and dinner. 4 more days of that and she'll be as ready as she possibly can be for that in that amount of time. We risk Stunt and Reva falling out of practice, but there really isn't any other choice. At least it won't be for long. Jett still doesn't acknowledge me with direct eye contact, but the animosity I feel from her this morning is all but gone. Neither Stunt or Reva seem even a fraction out of it as I am, yet as tired as I am, I find myself eager for practice tomorrow. I can only hope that it lasts until the end of the week. I've got a few more things to take care of before the weekend, and the VSL studio managed to fit us a time slot right before the semi-finals for Team League. I've seen some of the promotion they're doing online. It's being hyped as KPGA versus Foreigner match. Mach's been cast as the villain. Last minute way of hyping up the match since it was on short notice. Hold on, sorry guys. God damn. God damn. Ah, my nose. I hate my nose. The Korean Pro Gamer Association would not have allowed one of their players to compete otherwise. It seems that they're beginning to sow the seeds of the transition from Brood War to StarCraft 2. It's hard to imagine that the talent pool for StarCraft 2 could get any more deep. Bolt is the only one of a few dozen top-tier players being held back by the floodgates of KPGA's regulations. A win against Bolt ought to show the KPGA players and their fanboys not to shrug off those who switched to StarCraft 2 early. No need for so much bite, Jett. We switched because we were ready for a new challenge, right? She glances away, fed to Magic Cell's now wavering grin. I need to go. The rest of you, get some rest. Yo, Rava, wanna grab some dinner? We can practice our fusion dance for tomorrow. Our Potara earring is necessary for fusion between two distinct beings stunt, and the hyperbolic time chamber is more apt metaphor for March's training regimen regardless. I like the references. I love Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I love it all. A bickering stunt and Rava exit surely behind the stone-eyed Jett, leaving only me and Excel to a half-empty cafe. Don't bother worrying about yesterday. Jett told you, huh? Even if she didn't, it'd be an easy guess. You weren't giving it your all when we called it quits the day before. Figures. A sigh escapes me, leading Excel to drop a hand on my shoulder. Just focus on the show match. If you still want to worry about sleeping in after winning, you can mope around the team house for a day. Despite my best efforts, I can keep myself from spitting out a laugh. Things have changed so much since I met you and Jett. For the better, I hope? Yeah, you guys are so goal-driven, it's kind of mind-blowing, actually. The best way to live, if you ask me. A good practice for the real challenge. Don't think Jett will be satisfied with a little bit of money from Enoch. You won't have time to pick the confetti out of your hair before hearing all about next season's plan. If she ever finds a reason to talk to me again, that is. Jett has her way of dealing with things. Don't sweat it too much, and just focus on your practice. Right, I will. I rise from my chair at last, checking my pockets on the way up for my key and wallet. Take care. I'm gonna stick around and ladder for a while. Coach has to keep his skills current, you know. Will you join the team as a player when your contract with crashes up at the end of the year? Who knows? Let's just worry about the next few days, yeah? Fair enough. Later, Excel. He falls right back on his chair after a fist bump, leaving me to stalk the neon-lit streets alone. The city lights have never been so beautiful. I have no desire to leave Seoul's electric embrace now that things are finally starting to make sense. What if I hadn't run into Excel at Golden Zone Fire? I'd probably be booking my ticket for a flight home at the end of the month, right about now. And without Jett, there'd be no team, no goal, the passive vague dream of qualifying for the VSL. If not for Stunt or Rava, I'd have no sparring partners, no teammates. Not to mention the way I've earned Jett's confidence in front of Mr. Kim. Mr. Kim, no matter how much he rubs me the wrong way, he's as much a part of my chance to stay here as my teammates. And Mr. Yan, who would have thought that the convenience store clerk I've been avoiding eye contact with would be the one to bring me back from the brink. By whatever means necessary, I'll repay those that have helped me stand where I do now. Cute. At least Mock's back on her game, right? We're back in business. For the third time, if you scout the second gas, build a damn bunker. Don't be so greedy. Make sure you stay clear of his vision if you're gonna take that kind of drop path. They'll try to roll over you with the Colossus if they manage to pick up your dropships. Prioritize your Viking production first. Yes, just like that. With a couple of snipers on the Stunt plus Rava combination's High Templar, the Protoss army is left bereft of any kind of area of effect damage, allowing me to charge forward and go for the jugular. Even with Stunt's top tier control and Rava's highly efficient production, I managed to push my way to their base, secure not one, but two GGs. I leap out of my seat in a triumphant victory. Out of almost 100 games, that's the third win I've managed to clinch. It feels amazing. I wasn't sure that I'd be able to manage a breakthrough as a result of this kind of practice, but my control has noticeably improved. A good thing considering the match with Bolt is tomorrow. Gah! She insisted on building more High Templar when I asked for Colossus. It was strategically unsound to push onto the map. You should have allowed our upgrades to complete and use the High Templar as drop defense. What do you know? You don't even play Protoss! Rava places her index finger on Stunt's forehead, easily keeping him at arm's length. Oh, that's cute. I forget he's tiny. Because, like, he's a kid. He's literally a kid, and the rest of us are adults. The pair quiets their harmless squabbling when Jett rises. That's enough for today. It's barely 6 o'clock. The day before an important match isn't the most important. Not in terms of practice, but to prepare mentally. God, what the fuck is wrong with me? Jett says to no one in particular, making it a point to ignore me when I turn to look at her. A new age method, huh? Better than the all-night cram sessions from Brood War days, I suppose. It's scientifically proven to work. Besides, it's not like I'm giving her the rest of the day to do as she pleases. Damn, with Jett, even relaxation is ordained. Come on, we're going to Namdan. Again with Namdan? Pro gamers don't belong in a place without computers. Would you rather spend the rest of the day in cleaning ashtrays at your mom's? You know what? They're all just jealous that you don't have a PC bang in the family. The rest of us share a laugh on the way out, with Stunt trailing after us begrudgingly. Why are we going to Namdan? Given the mood of the cat coming out of the cafe, I'm surprised to find that none of us have all that much to say as we loiter around a park bench. Stunt's attention never strays from the game on his phone, while Raven and XL simply stare off into space. Jett paces back and forth through a gate lacks its usual purpose, but between all five of us, silence. Maybe not all that much needs to be said. We all know the stakes. Everyone has done their part to prepare for tomorrow. It's natural for us to feel nervous. The key is to keep it from affecting us and our chances of winning. God damn it. It is sad. I shift my gaze toward Reva, surprised to find her staring at the ground. What is? This may be the last evening we gather as a team. Yeah, come on, Reva, don't say stuff like that. It won't do us any good. But it is the truth. Mock, please win tomorrow. I do not want to stop spending time with all of you. I have been a happier person since I joined this team. I would strongly prefer to stay that way. Guarded as she is, Reva intones a sadness the rest of us are trying to deny. Even Jett ceases her march to observe the exchange. I feel the same way, Reva. I'll win tomorrow. Oh, pooh! I'm Mock. Sorry! I feel the same way, Reva. I'll win tomorrow. I promise. The penalty for lying is death. Reva breathes out a sigh and collects herself. I believe that you will. Me too. Mock probably plays an important part of my story to become the greatest player of all time. The first chapter can't end with a loss, it just wouldn't make sense. And arm slings around my shoulder. With a glance, I find that it belongs to Excel. Feeling alright? Not as bad as before, but the pressure's still there. As your coach, I'm obligated to encourage you to win, but what's most important is what you want. For what it's worth, I'm with Reva. It'd be sad to see you leave Korea. I've got more than enough motivation for tomorrow. Is that what you're here for? It isn't just for you. Ugh, my nose is stopping me from talking. For the first time, she barged into my room. I think there's a typo there. Jett addressed me directly. Her expression is devoid of the intensity that I've come to know her for. I wasn't lying when I said you had the potential to be great. True as that is, it doesn't make you special. Everyone has the capability to be a champion. It isn't genetic or unique. I'm not denying that the existence of talent, but it's not nearly as essential as people making it out to be. StarCraft and everything else is about way more than that. Most people are either unwilling or unable to work hard. Simply being able to overcome that barrier makes it possible to do things other people sit around and daydream about. If you've done that, you can lose without regrets. Have you? Yeah, I have. Good. All that's left is to trust that it'll earn us the win. God damn it, I'm so tongue-tied today. Silence follows Jett's final remarks, leaving us with an air of gravitas. It's only a quip from Stunt that saves the rest of us from a glum-faced stare-down. Deep. Don't be a prick, Stunt. Alright, let's go over the game plan for tomorrow. How you play is up to you, but it's probably smart to stick to what you've been practicing. Yeah, I know better than to invent a build on the fly. How about you open us up, Jett? Still against the build Reva prepared for Game 1. I understand the idea, I just don't think it's a sure win. Bolt will probably assume Mock is looking to steal a win, so he'll be on the lookout for something non-standard. It was devised with that in mind. If executed as planned, it should secure a lead, if not a victory. Don't give Bolt any respect that he hasn't earned. If you let him set the pace of the series, it'll be an uphill battle. I agree with that, actually. Alright, fine. It's just not my style of play. Moving on, how about a mid-game? I was planning on using my usual style, drop ships to establish map control and slow down with his third base. If I scout that he's been being too greedy, I'll go for the kill. That's solid, I won't change anything there. Seconded, it's annoying playing against those kinds of Terrans if I can't kill them early. Oh, it's stuck, damn it! Reva fidgets with her glasses. My god, what is wrong with me today? Reva fidgets with her glasses, evidently disagreeing. Doesn't it write up the possibility of mech? She barely practiced mech, why would you even suggest that? It's the ideal unit composition when playing at its apex. Only if she can get there safely, which will be practically impossible against a Protoss as lethal as Bolt. Reva concedes her suggestion with a shrug. Last thing, late game. If Bolt manages to get on 3 bases, don't try to end the game in a direct fight unless you have tons of defenses prepared to slow down his march. The fully powered Protoss army is stronger than a maxed out Terran, so you have to look elsewhere to find an edge. The opposite is true in Brood War, so he's so used to being the aggressor. If you see Bolt eager to engage with you, don't automatically assume it's because he'll roll you. That reminds me, are there any other kind of mistakes that Brood War players make when they first switch to StarCraft 2? You and Excel should know better than anyone. It's the little things, honestly. Knowledge that you take for granted that Bolt has to work with. You can look around. You can look at 5 Marauders and know they'll crush 7 Stalkers without actively thinking about it. For example, he probably can't yet. That and his strategies. Bolt hasn't been playing StarCraft 2 for as long as you, so he'll probably come up to date with He'll probably only up to date on standard builds from the current meta. He'll be relying on game sense and mechanics to carry him through the shortcoming. If you can get a read on him, he won't be able to fall back onto the older style. And as strong as Brood War player as he is, Bolt isn't immune to slip-ups, especially in the new game. If he expands too fast or spreads his army too thin, crush him. Yeah, got it. Then I guess we're done everything we can, nothing to do but play. You want to run through some worlds and get a glimpse of the crowd early to keep your nerves down, so don't be late. When I answer with a nod, Excel smiles. A final glimpse of the 4 faces of my teammates underscores the need to win tomorrow. Nothing else needs to be said. Everyone has placed not only their trust, but also their futures in me. Failure is not an option. And with that, we're going to stop the Let's Play here. It's actually time for me to end the part anyway, and that's perfect. It was the perfect place to stop. But wow, things are getting tense, aren't they? I really want to keep going, but unfortunately, I have to end this recording for today. So, oh man, this is getting tense. I can't wait to pick this game back up again, but that's not till later. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. I'm loving this story. I'm loving it. Even though there's no romance, I would love a little bit of romance between me and Jett, perhaps. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys next week. Bye-bye!